National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Seahawks' electric quarterback. He's been sensational as he...
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Now they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes...
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks get the... They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. It's a big play there for Seattle. 51 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to... Seahawks offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. They juked him. Fights through, and now a crease. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. And that's an important completion right there, because that's going to do it. With that last pass, he eclipses Peyton Manning's all-time mark of 5,477 pass yards in a single season. And I think the Engravers, they can get the MVP trophy ready. This has been a year for the ages as he stands alone in single-season passing. He'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there with his 28th touchdown. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Through the middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger.
Seahawks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The escapability in evidence there, as that one good for 15 and a first.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him, the mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just the third quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown.
And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now he's free at the 35. He may go.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker.
His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll find Metcalf.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game. This is Chenault on the receiving end.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw.
And that'll be caught downfield by Chenault.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Laviska Chenault.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Seahawks.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw.
He's going to get this complete here to Lockett.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
They, of course, will decline the penalty and just take the yardage on the completion.
And this defense, they've got to be beyond frustrated at this point, because even when they're grabbing and holding out there, they're still completing passes. If you grab someone, they shouldn't be able to catch it.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On the counter, it's Walker.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
And now they'll shift things around.
2nd and 13. Steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 14 yards out.
And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
154 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Back to Walker on first down.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Now 2nd and 3.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And that touchdown, his 5th touchdown grab of the game, and that ties him with Jerry Rice from 1990, Kellen Winslow Sr. from 1981, and Bob Shaw back in 1950 for the most receiving touchdowns in a single NFL contest. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Yet another trip to the end zone, and that last one, a bit of history. He has now broken the NFL record for most receiving touchdowns in a single game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Seahawks, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Jets, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.